Hi, my name's Dave. I've just been looking on YouTube at Brian Shaw's new gym, and it's pretty awesome, but I wanted you to see my gym so you could compare the two. So I'm going to show you around my gym. The first thing you'll notice is mine is much more compact than Brian's, but at the end of the day there's nothing he can do in his gym that I can't do in mine. So I'm going to start at one end and I'll work from one end to the other. This is my squat rack. It's got a weight limit of 500 kilos. Doesn't make any difference to me or to Brian for that matter, because he can't squat 500 kilos, neither can I. There's dipping bars there, they fit on, got those on eBay. They support, I weigh 103 kilos. I've done dips with 50 kilos on a dipping belt, no problem. Don't think they'd support Brian though, £400 plus, and I'm sure he can use more than 50 kilos on a dipping belt. There's my old squat stands that I used to use before I got the squat rack. 7-foot bar, standard bar. I've got no Olympic bars, all standard bars, all standard weights. There in the corner, there, that's my shrug bar, trap bar, whatever you like to call them. I didn't see one of those in Brian's gym, so I've got one up on him now. But shrug bar, trap bar, whatever you want to call it, is the best way to train your traps. If I use a barbell to the front when I'm doing shrugs, my tackle gets in the way, and if I use the bar behind, my butt gets in the way. If I use dumbbells, they drag up my thighs. So that if you haven't got a trap bar, they're the best way. It's the best way to train your traps. That's my lat machine attachment, hidden by various knee wraps and elbow wraps. That fits on to this bench. I bought that bench on eBay from a place in Poland, and there was a bit missing. So I messaged the seller and they asked me to send them a photograph text them a photograph of the delivery number and the packing number, so they could find out who it was that packed it. And I always wonder whether the person that packed it got into trouble, whether they got the sack. What do they do in Poland? Would they sack them? Warn them? I don't know. These are dumbbell hooks, which at the time I thought was a good idea. I had all kinds of uses in my mind what I would use them for. Mainly I think I was going to use them for dumbbell bench presses, but getting it all set up so you can hang these hooks from safety rack in the squat rack is a bit of a faff, and I never really use them much. There's my dipping belt. That will hold, no, that's my neck harness. That's my dipping belt, and that'll hold any weight I'm likely to use. There's one of my belts there. There's another one down there. There's a 6-foot standard bar. There's a 5-foot standard bar. There's some lat machine attachments. A T-bar row attachment there. 2 of them in fact. Abs wheel. Weight tree. As you'll see, it's nearly empty because most of the weights are scattered around. There's my preacher bench. The reason it's on its side is just because of space. I like it compact. If I don't like it compact, I've got no choice. There's the first barbell I ever bought. I bought a 40 kilo barbell set, and that was the first one in 1980. and I can remember doing squats with that, using those squat stands there, and I had a homemade bench, and I was squatting down till my butt touched the bench, and I got stuck, couldn't get up. So I thought, you only got a certain amount of time to think because you're getting weaker and weaker. So I thought, I can fall forward, probably kill myself. If I fall to the left, I'm going to rip that radiator off the wall. If I fall to the right, I'm going to smash the door in. So the only option I had was to drop it, and I dropped it and the bar bent, obviously. But that was, I was about 27, 28 year old at the time, and I was unemployed. There was no way I could replace that bar. So I straightened it out. I took it out and I straightened it against. I used the shed door frame and I bench pressed it back into shape. There you've got close grip. For close grip pull downs or pull ups, I made those myself around the same time because I was unemployed. You use your ingenuity when you've got no money. There's my Slam Man. If you use a Slam Man after training your delts, just for 5 minutes, you know exactly where your delts are. They're on fire. These are 1 ton lifting hooks. They're guaranteed to support 1 ton. I can't lift 1 ton, so it makes no difference. Neither can Brian Shaw, for that matter. They're hanging on my arm blaster. What's in that bag? I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, it's gloves. It's just gloves, various gloves. Somebody on Facebook said anybody that wears gloves in the gym is a wuss. And when I had a look at his profile, he was from California, and I thought, well, I'm in the UK. I thought, come over from California to the UK in the middle of winter and see if you wear gloves or not. You've touched the bar. Some days your hand freezes to the bar. So certain weather conditions, gloves are essential. That's my other half's bike. She bought that about 4 or 5 years ago, and she was going to go out in the summer with her mate riding. It's never been out of this. It's never been out since she bought it. It's been there. Its only purpose is to hit my head. Every time I come in here, I hit my head on the pedals or the wheel or some part of it. That's its only purpose, is to cause me grief. There's my inversion table. If you've got a bad back, an inversion table is essential. I've injured my back quite a few times. I've only injured it really badly twice, and both times the inversion table, you hang upside down by your ankles and puts your spine into traction. Twice a day, 10 minutes at a time, sorted. There's my vertical leg press, which serves its purpose. The only thing that annoys the hell out of me is these pins here, because you have to pull those pins out. You support the weight, push the weight up, pull those pins out, do what you have to do, and then when you're knackered, you're supporting this weight and you've got to get those pins in quickly, and sometimes they won't go straight in. That's the only thing about that leg press machine that does my head in. Other than that, it's quite good. In the corner there, that's my seated calf raise machine. I bought that on eBay as well. It cost me 60 quid. It's heavy duty, it will support anything. And I remember I bought it from somebody who was closing down a gym. So when I turned up, it was the middle of December. I turned up, it was pouring down with rain, and the bloke helped me carry it out to the car and left me there. Now I had a Renault Sport Clio at the time, and I lifted this thing. I already had the seats down because I knew I was picking it up, but I didn't think it would be that long. So how I lifted it into the back of the car, I don't know, but I did it on my own. I tied it to the back of the driver's seat and the passenger seat. tied the door down, and I drove off on my way, hoping the police wouldn't see me with it sticking out the back. That white thing there, hyperextension bench, and that yellow thing is a complete waste of time. I bought that. It's a, what do you call it, a sissy squat bench. It's, according to Doug Brignoli, it's the best way to do squats, and it places less stress on the knees. I've tried it, and it puts more stress on my knees than I can imagine anything else doing, to be honest. That's my, where are we at? Oh, there. That's my leg extension and leg curl machine, and that's it, I think. Hang on, these, you might be wondering what these are for. They're when I do dumbbell or incline dumbbell bench presses. I'll put one of them on either side, so when I drop the dumbbells, that's where they drop. They drop on there. There's no noise, no damage. There's a medicine ball that I bought about 9 years ago, and I've never used it. Bench press handles, wrist roll, serves its purpose. So, as you can see, pretty impressive. But then, if you haven't seen Brian Shaw's gym, have a look, compare them, and let me know what you think. Bye.